Oh, hello, hello. I believe I'm live. I sure hope I'm live. Look, can you see that beautiful Jomi sign behind me and my jaunty little Jomi cap? Yes, I am here live outside at Gem Sewing at 55 Regina Street in New Liskeard, Ontario. Yes, I am here live to help celebrate their grand opening, or as we're calling it, a grand reopening, because Gems Hoeing has been up here in New Liskeard for many, many years, but now they have moved to a larger location. So this is very exciting to be up here. This is a little sneak peek before all the crowds come in. So I wanted to say hello. Yes, it's me, Michael Smith, the National Education Manager of Jomi Canada, and I am here again live in New Liskeard, Ontario. Let me see, oops, to check my camera. Look at that snow on the ground. So yes, I am here outside in New Liskeard at 55 Regina Street here to celebrate Gem Sewing's new larger space. So yes, we see customers are just starting to pull up. So I thought it would be a good time to go into the store and let's see what's going on. So I will flip around again. Ooh, here we go. So we see this beautiful sign, Gem Sewing with Jomi. So here we go, everyone. Let me get in out of the cold. Boom. Now immediately we see their beautiful sign, Gem Sewing. And there we are greeted by, so much when we walk in the door. Look at this beautiful settee with fabric and a sample. Gail tells me, Gail the owner, tells me this is going to be an upcoming class. So how cute that you could make this quilted blazer with the piping, isn't that, or with the binding, isn't that beautiful? So yes, we walk in the door and we see the fabulous Jomi Quiltmaker Pro 18 Versa, which could be a stand-up. You could raise that table, stand up or sit down long arm quilting machine. So isn't that great? You know, some people say, oh, I can't stand up at those big long arms. So then this is how you can get all of your quilting done. You can sit down on one of these fabulous arrow chairs in comfort to do all your quilting. Now here we've got the weightless quilter. Isn't this cool? If you have been quilting, regardless of your quilting setup, if you have been quilting and you find that your big quilt sandwich here is getting caught on the edges of the table, this weightless quilter, it's so cool. It has these bars and clamps that attach. There's a whole frame around the machine there. If you can see, there's a whole frame that goes around the machine. So regardless of what setup you have, the weightless quilter, there's another clip that again, you could clamp your quilt sandwich out here. So that way it again is not going to get wrapped around the edges of the table. So isn't that cool? So yes, you can use it with the Jomi Quiltmaker Pro 18 Versa, or you could use it for your regular domestic sewing machine, whatever you would prefer. So isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, hello Donna, hello. Oh no, enough snow, I agree. Yes, that's why I'm happy to be inside where it's nice and warm. Yes, thank you. I certainly hope it's going to be a wonderful grand reopening. Again, Gem has been in New Liskeard for many, many years, and now they are in this big beautiful location. And yes, they also have a store in Sudbury and a store in North Bay. And the staff at both of those stores will be here today to help out. Look at all these fabulous Jomi goodies that they have on the wall. Because, you know, having a machine is one thing, but then it's always nice to have more. The machines come with so much, but there's always more. For example, since we're talking about quilting, oh yes, we've got these So Steady free motion gliders that you put on the bed of your domestic sewing machine to help you do your free motion quilting. It makes everything literally glide. It's basically like a big sheet of Teflon that you put on your sewing table to help you move your fabric more readily. Now, there is even a glider for the HD9 for the high-speed straight stitch machine. There is one that fits that bed of that machine. So yes, there are tools available from your Jomi dealer that will help you with your free motion quilting. Oh, things like, yes, this low tension. We're often calling it the blue dot, but it's a low tension bobbin holder. That's also something we recommend for the domestic sewing machines for free motion quilting, using that low tension bobbin holder. So then your bobbin thread, comes off a little more readily. It doesn't get hung up as much. And you'll see there's many different kinds. There's some for the machines that have the automatic thread cutter, other low tension blue dot bobbin holders for those that don't have the automatic thread cutter, and then there's some just for the continental machines. So double check with your Jomi dealer. Oh yes, we have their fabulous artistic digitizer. This is the junior program, but of course there's the full package as well available. As a sneak peek, Jomi is going to be doing a month of April promotion on Artistic Digitizer. You have the month of April as a free trial. So all the details will be on our Jomi.ca website. Again, this is all about sneak peeks here today. So yes, all these goodies, all these extra presser feet for your fabulous Jomi machine. And of course, extra hopping feet for your fabulous Quiltmaker Pro long arm quilting machine, regardless of what model it is. Things like this easy ruler foot over here, that we can use that on all the Jomi long arm machines, so we can safely use rulers up against it because of that higher 1/4 of an inch profile. Or this glide foot is, like, I often call it a cereal bowl. It's a big clear foot, and there's no hard edges here. It's all, again, scooped. So then we can quilt on and off our quilt sandwich and nothing gets caught. So that's a very popular foot. Speaking of rulers, oh yes, we've got these So Comfortable line of rulers. These are the 1/4 of an inch thick, specifically designed for the long arm quilting machines. But and then see, they're special, like this scallop straight edge for that stitch in the ditch, or how about this wave? Isn't that cool? Did you know, if you have a high shank machine, that you can use these 1/4 of an inch long arm rulers on your high shank machine as well? So you can get double duty there. So again, lots of goodies here. And oh yes, we're surrounded by fabric, and more fabric. In fact, if you go to Gem Sewing's Facebook page, you will see Mike Demore, one of the owners, with his wife Gail. We did a Facebook Live last night revealing some beautiful new fabric that they just received from Northcott. So that's very fun. That's on Gem Sewing's Facebook page. So as far as more goodies that are not Jomi branded, but of course we all need all those little notions for our sewing rooms, things like these chalk markers, for example. And oh yes, the fray check, things like that. I've been using that for 30 years. So you can get all of your little goodies as far as seam ripper. I use that Clover seam ripper, as well as the Jomi seam ripper that comes in my machines. But yes, we've got lots of little notions and little sewing goodies that definitely make the job easier. And again, as well as lots of fabric. But of course, as everyone loves to see, machines. And yes, there are lots of specials on machines here today, like the fabulous 9480 machine. So isn't that beautiful? Oh, let's raise that needle. A message on the machine. Don't you love when the machines tell us everything? So there's the 9480. I'm going to be doing demos on the ASR, Accurate Stitch Regulator. So we get even beautiful stitches when we're free motion or ruler quilting. Now here, if you have a 9480, or if you get the Continental M6, then this comes with the M8, but then the 9480, this ASR kit, you can get separately. And then here is where the stitch regulator itself, which I have attached to the machine right there, that's where the stitch regulator goes. And again, you can see we have a ruler quilting foot with a 1/4 of an inch high profile, so we can again use those rulers, So Comfortable rulers, on our machine. And then we have the clear view foot. I say this looks like the Starship Enterprise, but the clear view foot is great when we're doing the variable zigzag, or again, we can do some free motion quilting with great visibility. We have a closed toe foot that is on the machine, and then there is the open toe foot as well. So we have lots of choices with our extra ASR accurate stitch regulator feet. Again, it comes in this beautiful kit. So the kit is optional. If you have a 9480, you can get this optional kit, or the ASR comes with the M8, Continental M8. And yes, I'll be doing circular attachment demos as well. And then a machine that also has the ASR is the fabulous, ooh, look at that, CM17 with the giant. I have the RE46D hoop, the 18-inch by, what was it, 14 by 18.2 inch hoop. Look at that, how huge that is. But nothing is moving. It is on the universal side table. Again, the machine is not rocking around and rolling. It's very stable. So isn't that beautiful? There, welcome to Gem Sewing. We'll be stitching out all day today. And then also we have the fabulous Skyline S9. So let's say if you don't have room for that CM17, oh yes, you can have a Skyline S9. Oh, and Monica is here from Germany. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Then this is exactly why I decided to do this little live here as a sneak peek for the grand opening. For those who couldn't make it, you can see vicariously. And we have beautiful machines like, oh yes, the HD9, that heavy-duty straight stitch machine. And we've got a variety of sergers. Now, Elna is also the sister brand, I guess, to Jomi, as we'll call it. So then, yes, Gem Sewing has some Elna sergers. Now, speaking of sergers here, oh, like the fabulous Extend 864. This is the Air Thread serger. This is the Elna version. We also have a Jomi AT2000D Air Thread serger. You can do so much on your serger. For example, this tote bag, including this piping, was installed on the serger. The piecing of this pocket was done on the serger. The tote bag itself was constructed on the serger. Everything was done on the serger, with the exception of this top stitching was done on the regular sewing machine. But yes, you can use your serger for more than just finishing garments. For example, I ended up piecing. Ooh, look at all that beautiful piecing, strip piecing, this rail fence quilt block. Very simple straight lines. So how about using your serger to do your piecing? It's not just for garment sewing anymore. Sergers, we sew twice as fast in general, twice as fast as a regular sewing machine. So you can use your serger for more than just finishing seams. Here is the Jomi 4DLB. Right now I am doing some quilt as you go, which is where this little sandwich comes in. This is all quilt as you go, done on the serger. So it's finished on both sides. And I'm just making this sandwich larger and larger and larger, adding another piece here. And it will be, oh, like a table runner or a hot pad. Could be even a little rug. So again, you can use your serger for so much more than just finishing the edges of garments. Now we've got the CP3000P CoverPro 3000 Professional here, and I have it set up with this fabulous bias tape guide and belt loop folder, which I'll be doing, again, lots of demos on that. You can see on the CP3000, the special thing about it is we have this top cover stitch. So yes, we can use the 3 needles, we could use 1 needle, 2 needle, 3 needles, or we can use the cover stitch to finish our hems in our knit garments in particular, or again, we can do a lot of decorative things with our CoverPro machines. So this bias tape folder and belt loop folder will fit on every Jomi CoverPro machine, regardless of what model you have. So here you can see that I have then, this would be like the bias tape, which I have the cover stitch, top cover stitch. And then this has the 3 needles on it. This could be, again, a series of belt loops. For example, you just make yards and yards and yards of it. You cut them off. There's your belt loops, or these could be tabs for a curtain or a little tie. whatever. So I've got lots of demos there. And you can get that bias tape and belt loop folder here. We've got the CoverPro Bonus Pack 2. Now, the cool thing, regardless of what CoverPro machine you have, we have the fabulous extension table. It will fit all Jomi CoverPro machines. So it comes with the extension table. That's great to give you a little extra surface, particularly for doing your hemming, or again, when you're going to be using this side is the belt loop folder. This side is for applying the bias tape as a guide. So then this guide, again, will fit any Jomi CoverPro machine. And it also comes with an elastic attachment, which is right here, which again will attach to the front of any Jomi CoverPro machine. So this CoverPro Bonus Pack 2 is quite new for any of the Jomi CoverPro machines. This is another sample I've done with again, using that top cover stitch. I was stitching a series of this grid on a water-soluble stabilizer. And what I do with that, you're stitching on all the water-soluble stabilizer, any direction you want to go, meandering however you wish. Just, again, you can move along however you want on that water-soluble stabilizer. And there is my stitch. What you're doing is creating this lace. Isn't that cool? All with your water-soluble stabilizer. So what you're doing is you're stitching all around in multiple directions, all whatever direction you want, or you can do straight lines, and then you immerse this in water and dissolve that water-soluble stabilizer. So it becomes like lace. So this is like a little shawl. So many fun things you can do with your CoverPro machine. I made this infinity scarf, for example. Ooh, infinity scarf here, which then you can see there is the top cover stitch. Here is, there is the chain stitch. So there's many different stitches you can do with your CoverPro machine, and I used some multicolor thread to make this infinity scarf. So again, we can use our CoverPro machines for more than just hemming garments. We can actually use the various stitches to decorate our fabric. Here is the CP2000, for example, CoverPro 2000, that again has 3 needles as well. And we can see doing the multiple stitches as I have here, or again for our CP3000, we can do that fabulous top cover stitch all in one step. So it's very, very fun. There's so many different things that you can do. And again, decorative things like, oh yes, this fringe that was created for this collar, for example. We could use a twin needle to stitch it on, but I can see by this kind of ladder stitch on the backside that this fringe, I did not make this sample. This is rather old, actually, in Jomi's archives, but I could see, oh, that fringe was applied with that 2 needle. It could be the CP900, it could be the CPX1000 with 2 needles, CPX2000 with 2 needles, CPX, or the CoverPro 3000 with 2 needles. I can see by that kind of ladder chain stitch in here that this was applied with the CoverPro machine. So yeah, you could use a twin needle, but isn't it a lot faster on your Jomi CoverPro machine? So many different samples here to show that you can do a lot more with your Jomi CoverPro machines than just hemming. So lots on display here. And then of course we've got a variety of machines, like the Sewist range of machines. If you're looking for a machine for travel, or you're going to a class, you've always got options. Now, speaking of classes, let's take a little tour of the store so we can go in. And eventually I'll make my way to the classroom. So yes, we have fabric, and more fabric as we wander around here. And of course, all of our, rulers and rotary cutters, scissors, everything. They basically have a little bit of everything for your needs. Oh, isn't it great? These signature Misters, water bottle misters with the gem sewing logo. Isn't that adorable? Irons. Ooh, all this beautiful luscious thread. I love it. So that's great. Again, more thread, more fabric. So that's fabric. Okay, let's tour around. Hopefully you're all having a fabulous day today, regardless where in the world you are. Always a day to stay inside and sew, regardless of what the weather is like. So yes, more. I love these signature. I think I'm going to have to pick one up. One of these signature misters. That's so cute. So yes, now Gail, the owner of Gem Sewing, look at all this fabulous, delicious smorgasbord of food she's got for us all. But then classroom, yes, look at this. We have got Jomi Skyline S7s and the Continental M7. So when you come in for a class for gem sewing, you've got your choice of the M7 or the Skyline S7 or the M7. So isn't this fabulous? You don't have to bring your own machine, although Gail tells me you can bring your own machine if you so choose. But I love it. They've got the pressing surface here, cutting station, beautiful quilt for a inspiration. So isn't this fun? Now they're going to be doing some make and take demos in here as well. So you can certainly come in and sew and then take it home with you. So isn't that fun? We're doing a bookmark, which was a project on the Jomi Life blog. Oh, I think about 2 weeks ago, it was a Saturday project. So you can go back to search Jomi Life for that bookmark. So here an Elna machine as well is an option, the excellent 780 Plus. Or again, more of that fabulous Continental M7 with that 13.5-inch throat space and comes with this beautiful extension table. Now, if you have a CM17 and you want to take your embroidery carriage off the machine, this extension table for the Continental machines now comes available separately with the cute little drawer to store your needle plates and your bobbins, your tools. So this extension table comes separately. So you can get it for your Continental CM17, for example. So that is great. But it comes with, that extension table comes with the M7. And the fabulous 6700, this is one of my all-time favorite machines. The tagline for this machine was sit, sew, and fall in love. And literally, I did. I absolutely adored this machine. And you can see this was an sort of predecessor for the M7 because things like these tactile, this is the stitch width knob, this is the stitch length knob, these made their way onto the Continental M7 and then eventually on the CM17 and then Continental M8. And these tactile knobs are even on the 9480. So you can see how Jomi borrows many successful features from one machine to the next. So that's very fun. And then, yes, we've got our fabulous 8200. I think this definitely has a very special place in many people's hearts. So again, when you come for a class here at Gem Sewing, you've got your choice of machines to use. And then how about this cute little Elnita high-speed straight stitch? This is the Elna equivalent of the HD9. So regardless of if you're a Jomi fan or an Elna fan, there is a machine for you. So yes, very fun. Now these are some of the make and take projects. We have this free little felt basket that you embroider in your embroidery machine. So this basket design is one of the projects you will find on the jomi.ca website. It's under the Inspire tab in the free embroidery designs. So it is a little basket that we recommend with felt, so we don't have to worry about the raw edges. And you put some stabilizer on the back, of course, in your embroidery hoop to stitch out this felt basket. Then you will cut open these buttonholes, since this basket all kind of folds up into the buttonholes there. And then this little plaque here, you can stitch your name, or you could label this basket if it's for needles, for examples, or pins. Then you can use your domestic sewing machine to print out that, stitch out, again, your name, or to label the basket. Here you'll see the basket assembled together. Again, how that flap goes through those buttonholes. And then there you could put needles or pins or your name, and there's your little basket next to your machine. It could be a little scrap catcher. Isn't that cute? Now, this is, again, a free project on the Jomi.ca website in the Inspire tab. Or then we have these make and takes. This is the bookmark that was a free project on the Jomi Life blog. So you can go check that out too. So yeah, so much to remember. Oh my gosh. So yes, we'll just squeeze by through. Again, more fabric, more fabric. Lots of goodies. Now we will be having some giveaways today as well. So definitely come by if you're in the new Liskeard area. Come by and put your name in a drawing. Now speaking, we'll get the lady on the move. There is Gail from Gem Sewing. Hello, we are live on Jomi Canada Facebook and Jomi HQ YouTube. Yes.
Nice to see everybody joining in and enjoy all our store.
Yes. Now, what do we have on tap for today? I know we've got some giveaways.
We have 3 door prizes, and we're doing the make and takes, the bookmark holder and pen holder, and the little baskets.
Yes.
And we have the ribbon cutting starting at 3 o'clock today. So
fantastic.
All the dignitaries will be coming today.
Yes. And we'll be here tomorrow as well. We're here till what time today?
Today till 5, and then tomorrow morning 9:30 till probably noonish, 1 o'clock.
Yes, fantastic. So if you can't make it today, there's always tomorrow. And then if you can't make it at all, well, then this is why I'm doing these lives.
Yes.
So everyone can share in the Jomi and Gem Sewing love.
Yes.
So yes, yay, thank you. So yes, we'll let you on the move. Again, we got to catch her while we can because she's always on the move. But yes, this is still stitching along beautifully. And yes, let's go back here because this I thought was so cute. Look at all these dream catchers. Isn't that beautiful? I love them. So yes. Oh yes, thank you. Lucy says happy to see a reopening gem. Yes, that's fabulous. Michael, can you make a live for embroidery beginner, please? Oh yes, I think that would be so fun. Again, I always love to do these presentations. Now this I thought was so cool. I'm so envious. This permanent setup for Gem Sewing, if you go watch their Facebook lives. And again, last night, Mike and I did a live revealing some new fabric from Northcott. They have now this permanent little studio set up here. Isn't that cool with the overhead camera? And then there's like the monitor, so then Mike can see who's joining him live. But isn't that fabulous with the cameras all set up and the lights? So this is great. Now their big Facebook reveals are always fun of the fabric of what is there. Because again, everybody loves the fabric. So isn't this cool? So gorgeous. Do you believe this is a printed panel? Boy, has the quality of that printing definitely improved over the years. Now, yes, we'll have a sneak peek. Look at this gorgeous quilt, because Gem Sewing, Mike Demore from Gem Sewing, will offer long arm quilting services, correct? So someone can bring your quilt top and you'll finish it for them.
I'm not the only one here. But
yes.
I've got my hands full.
Yes, literally, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful art.
Yes, so that is fantastic. So they will definitely help you do your, oh, look at this on the wall. They will help you finish off your quilts. Isn't that so cute? Although, you know, they are a Jomi quilt maker dealer, so, you know, they can always sell you a long arm quilting machine. So you could do it yourself, or they will finish it for you. So isn't that great? And, you know, Mike is also the repair technician as well.
Yes, I have a needle stuck in my shirt.
Yeah, so speaking of repairs, shall I go in the sneak peek? Oh, yes. We gotta show it. We gotta show it. because this is the wonderful thing about gem sewing.
You're hurting my.
They do it all in sight. Isn't that sweet?
It's a little bit of a mess.
But as every repair shop is, because they are so busy with repairs. So isn't that fabulous? And again, it's all done in-house. So that is what I love. So yes, Gail's office will just go through. Monica saying, wow, oh, wow. Yes, it's wonderful. I love it. So yes, you are totally well taken care of here at Gem Sewing. So it's very exciting being up here. And again, we've got lots of Jomi machines to share the Jomi love. So we will definitely be getting lots of customers as time goes on. So I thought it would be a great time to do this little sneak peek before we get too busy. So let me find my camera. There we go. Okay, there we are. Fantastic. So thank you everyone so much for joining me on this little sneak peek of our grand reopening here at Gem Sewing in New Liskeard at 55 Regina Street in New Liskeard. So yes, you can come on by till, again, we're here today till 5. And then tomorrow from 9:30 till about 1 o'clock, I'm going to take off at around noon since I've got a very long drive ahead of me. But it's wonderful to be up here. So hopefully we will see you in person today or tomorrow. But if not, again, this little sneak peek of what's going on up here. I'll be going live again later this afternoon. And just to let everybody know what we're up to. So thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for sharing the Jomi love. Have a fabulous day. Bye.